Hi all, Loz D Punch Out TV. How are you all doing? I want to talk about this week's joke of a fight. Is Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora. I've just been looking at some of the old pay-per-view prices for fights, and obviously this one is a record high, 26 quid and 95 pence, same as the AJ Usyk 2-1, which was a rip-off in my eyes, but it was a more competitive fight than what this fight's going to be. And then I was looking at BT's last pay-per-view fight, which was Joe Joyce versus Parker. That was 20 quid, or 19.95, best part, 20 quid. Anyway, I want to talk about this fight. For me, this is just daylight robbery. It's a joke of a fight, what shouldn't be happening. I can't criticise Derek Chisora, even though I have over the past, because this guy's got to go down in history as the only heavyweight to have 12 losses on his records and still a pay-per-view star, still pay-per-view. And how the hell is he fighting for a world title is on beggars belief, but I can't criticise Del, man. He was offered it, so you take it. So good luck to Derek. But fish eyes, Frank Warren and Tyson Fury, these two clowns are absolute fucking jokers, man. Scamming the public when times are hard at the moment, with the cost of living, taxes and everything else going up, food, the whole lot, fuel, Christmas just around the corner, and you've got these clowns trying to charge the public 26 quid for a fight, 8 years ago. He got demolished, he got punched all over the place and got beat. Prior to that, he beat him a few years before. I think it was 2011, but to the casual fans, they'll watch this. I won't be watching this shit, and if I do, I'll stream the hell out of it, because I think it's an absolute disgrace that Frank Warren has got the cheek to even make this fight pay-per-view. The Joe Joyce fight versus Parker wasn't a pay-per-view fight, but like I say, it was more appetising than what this is. Everyone knows the outcome. To the hardcore boxing fans, this is an absolute joke. And it's just barefaced cheek of both of them, thinking that the people will watch this and putting it on at Tottenham and saying, oh, tickets are sold out straight away. Well, when I last looked, they weren't. It was a couple of weeks ago. But I'm going to stop the video here and just flip the camera around, just have a quick look at the box record of these two fighters. So, as you can see, Tyson Fury up here on box rec. Now, let's have a quick look at his record. Dillian Whyte fight we all know about, but let's go back to when he fought Derek Chisora the first time, which was, I think it was 2011. Yeah, there we go. Del boy. So he beat him in 2011 on the 23rd of the 7th, 2011. Then, as we know, he went and fought him again in 2014, sorry, it was. Wherever it's gone now. Where the hell is he? Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. So he beat him again in 2014. Since then, he's fought Christian Hammer, Vladimir Klitschko, that's so whatever, Safiri guy. Then he fought that Pianetta, Wilder, Tom Schwartz, Otto Weiling. That was a good competitive fight. Why he's not fighting Weiling again? And he fought Wilder again. And then Wilder again, then Dylan White. So for me, he should be fighting Joe Joyce. He should be fighting Frank Sanchez. He should be fighting Filip Pergovic. Somebody like that, not Derek Chisora. Del Boy was washed up. I mean, there's his record: 33 wins, 12 losses. Been knocked out 3 times. David A, Tyson Fury, and Dillian White, and he's got 23 KOs. Del Boy's he's the people's favourite over here. But I mean, he was shot to bits when he fought Pulev. I thought he was lucky to get a win over Pulev in a very close fight. The first Parker fight was a pretty good fight for him, but he was washed up to bits when he fought Joseph Parker the second time, this time last year. He was slow on his feet. Parker could have well knocked him out if he'd wanted to, put a bit more pressure on. He had a few good rounds against Usyk, but Usyk just outboxed him after about 5 rounds in, would I say. So, for me, it's an absolute joke that this guy's saying it's about legacy, not about money, and he wants to go down as one of the greatest. But there's fighters out there who this guy should be fighting, not fucking Derek Chisora. So I'm just going to stop the video and then flip it back round. So for me, it's the barefaced cheek of these people. This guy said he was retired. That was it after Dylan White, never fighting ever again. Then he said he'd only come out for $5 billion. Then it was $50 million he'd come out for an AJ fight. He sends Usyk a contract knowing damn well that Usyk's injured. I think it's a shoulder injury. And Usyk said he won't be ready till February. Then he says Usyk's ducking him. Then he sends Anthony Joshua a contract, giving him, I think it was a month or 2 weeks to sign this contract. Otherwise, that's it, you won't be fighting me. Then because Anthony Joshua doesn't sign it, and I think it was Eddie Hearn who stopped that fight. I don't blame Joshua, I blame Eddie Hearn. I think he stopped that fight from happening. Then he's saying that AJ's ducking him. Then he's saying that it's not about the money, it's about legacy. And then he pops up with Del Boy. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, this is why boxing's in such dire straits. It's in a mess, especially the heavyweight division. You know, I'll get criticised for this off someone, but I don't give a flying fuck, because this is just an absolute fucking piss take, this. It's a piss take that you've got the nerve to charge the public, not just the British public, but the boxing public, the world. This, it's like when you go to a restaurant or a pub for some good home cooked grub and you're served with fucking microwave food and it's charged at fucking top prices. You know, you go there for get a lasagna and something, and you're expecting a home cooked lasagna, and out comes a fucking Iceland microwave lasagna, but they charge you top dollar for it. It's just unbelievable that they've got the nerve to do it. BT, BT now, everything's pay-per-view. Everything's pay-per-view. After all these years of Frank Warren slagging off fucking Eddie Hearn for his pay-per-views. I mean, don't get me wrong, Eddie Hearn was taking the piss at Sky, putting on fights what weren't pay-per-view. He's now doing the same shit over DAZN, when DAZN said that it'd never ever be pay-per-view. He just paid for a one-off monthly subscription, and that was it. But this is a joke. The undercard's absolute fucking garbage. If you go and look at who's fighting, why is he not fighting Joe Joyce? Why is Tyson Fury not fighting Joe Joyce? Because Joe Joyce said he would take that fight, no problem. Said he's ready to go. I seen the interview. I read it actually. Joe Joyce said he would take that fight, no problem. Why is he not fighting Joe Joyce? I'll tell you why. Because Joe Joyce, I'm not saying he would beat him, but he's a risk to any heavyweight. And Frank Warren ain't going to want his bag to get knocked out just in case he could get knocked out. I'm not saying he would beat him. I'm just saying if you know, Joe Joyce is high risk, low reward. But he should be fighting him. I feel that Frank Warren's freezing Joe Joyce out of opportunities, aging him out. Because, I mean, what's Joe's... I can't even get my words out. What is Joe Joyce doing? Nothing. He's parked up again. But these two have got the cheek to come out and try and charge for... Well, not trying. They are charging nearly 30 quid for a fucking fight. What's fucking garbage? It's not even... It's nowhere near fucking pay-per-view. Del Boy must be laughing his fucking... He must be laughing his bollocks off, man. Because he's, again, another pay-per-view star. Like I say, I used to criticise Del Boy all the time. And then about a year ago too, I just realised, no, Del Boy's just going to keep taking that bag. If it's offered to him, then take it. And fair play to Del. Can't knock him. But these guys are jokers, man. Frank Warren ought to be ashamed of himself. And so does Tyson Fury. Because you're not fighting any... Just go and have a better warm-up fight whilst you fight, trying to make the fight with Usyk, which I don't think will ever happen. But if it does, you know, give the fans something to look forward to, you know. And if it is a pay-per-view fight, then fair dues. Go and fight Joe Joyce. Go and fight Philly Pergovich. Go and fight Frank Sanchez, Michael Hunter, Otto Wylin again. Why are you not fighting him again? They're more mouth-watering fights than fucking Del Boy, who's shot to pieces and 40 years old, nearly. And you say you want to go down as the greatest of your era. This ain't fucking going down as the greatest of your era, fighting a guy who's fucking 40 years old with 12 losses on his record and is quite clearly shot to pieces. And if he beats him, which he will, I can't see Del Boy going past 6 rounds. They'll probably chuck Del Boy out against Anthony Joshua next year. But for me, just to wrap it up, because I'm moaning, which I have a right to moan as a boxing fan, I won't be watching this trash. I certainly wouldn't pay to go to Wembley to watch it. The undercard's shocking. They're ripping off the fucking public. They're ripping off the boxing fans, but the casuals will pay for it because they don't know any better. Real hardcore boxing fans know that this is it's a scam. It's just daylight robbery. It's disgusting. And this is why boxing's in the gutters. This is why it is. And this is why a lot of people are moving over to UFC. Because at least they're getting good fights. This shit, it's just unthinkable. It's just a goddamn joke. Like I say, I won't be watching it. And if I do watch it, I'll stream the hell out of it. So on that note, I'm going to call it a night. Hope you enjoy the weekend. The week ahead. Yeah, and your weekend. If you are watching this fight, enjoy it. But I won't be watching it. So peace out. Catch you later.